Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. Today I'm doing my April TBR. This month's really special because I have 3 readathons that I want to take part in. I have Old School April Readathon, which if you haven't seen my TBR video for that one, I will leave it linked down below. You should check it out. It focuses mainly on like 80s and 90s horror books. Really excited for that one. I'm also participating in Magical Readathon, which is hosted by G from Book Roast. I'll leave her announcement video down below. And last but not least, I'm participating in Realmathon, Go Team Enya. And this is hosted by Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy. Sorry, there's so many names to remember. And all these readathons are so exciting, and I'm kind of sad that they're all taking place in 1 month, so it's going to be really hard to try and figure out the different things for each of them, but at the same time I should be able to use a bunch of them for the same readathon or for different readathons. So I don't know, it's all confusing. I really haven't figured out my TBR, honestly. Like, all the prompts and everything, I have no clue what I'm reading for all of them because all of these books could count. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, should I just tell you all the books that I have in mind that I'm reading, or should I just go through and say, hey, I don't know what I'm going to put for this, but this is also a prompt on my TBR. So I don't know. I kind of just want to run through a bunch of books that I want to get to, and one of these books will fit for any of the prompts that I get. So we're just going to actually do that first. So out from the library, I have the London Seance Society. This is an audiobook I have out. I really want to get to the writing retreat this month. I want to read Malice House. I want to read The Helm of Midnight. I'd love to get to the Fireborn trilogy. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I'd love to get to, I have 2 books for a video that I want to do, and you'll see later what it's going to be for, but I don't want to say anything because I want it to be a surprise. So I have 2 books for another video. They're both fantasies. Then I have 3 fantasy romances. I have Traitor Witch, I have Daughter of No Worlds, and From Blood and Ash. Then I have 3 cozy fantasies I'd like to get to. So Legends and Lattes, Sword Heart, and The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I have some self-published books that I specifically would like to do a vlog for. Maybe potentially a lot of these I have for videos too that I could do throughout the month. I don't know if I will be able to do them, but they're hopefuls. So I have The Thief Who Pulled on Trouble's Braids, The Beast Hunters, The Sword of Kaigan, and Along the Razor's Edge, which I also have a audiobook for Along the Razor's Edge. I have The Justice of Kings on here. I really want to try Untethered Sky, which comes out in April. I have Breach of Peace on here, and I specifically put this one on here because peace is an emotion, and the buzzword for April is emotions, so that one is on here for that reason. Then I have, of course, some books that I didn't get to last month, which I'll explain in a little bit. Hellbent, The Scepter. I really want to get to the next novella, The Sword, too. Unsold, I'd like to get to that one. And then another book I'd like to get to is Nevermore, because for one of the Magical Readathon prompts, it's a book from the top of your shelves. So Nevermore, all I have on my top shelves are middle grade books, so I'd really like to get to Nevermore because it's on my 5-star predictions and it's on my 13 before 30, so that could get some things crossed off on my list. I have a whole other bunch of books I want to read for Old School April, so please go check that TBR out. I am just super excited for everything, and I want to read all the books this month. Also, for Peace Talks, I want to read the entire Demon Slayer manga. There's 23 here. I think I can do it in 48 hours that we have, and I'm really excited. I love Demon Slayer anime, and I'm super excited to get into the manga, and I've been collecting these specifically for Realmathon, so those are also on my TBR. So let's just go over what I was supposed to read in March. Sorry if the video keeps shaking. It's on a table precariously because I had too many things I needed to have, and I'm sitting on a chair higher up off the ground because the ground's uncomfortable, and I'm just going to quit rambling and we're just going to get right into it. So my prompts for March were Mood Read, which I read Lost in the Moment and Found by Shauna McGuire. Then I had Indie Book, which I read Hidden Waters by Catherine Cowles. I had Title Contains Letter N, which I reread Ninth House. Then I had a TBR treat, and it was for Hellbent. I did get the book, did not read it. Then I had 13 Before 30. I had From Blood and Ash, did not get to it. I had bookshelf number 3, shelf 1, and my Echo picked The Poppy War, which is right here. Did not read it, wasn't really feeling fantasy for most of last month, so that kind of sucks. And then another TBR treat, I was going to do the Spite House. I ended up not doing that, and I got the 3rd book in the Whispering Dead series by Darcy Coates, which is The Twisted Dead. Did not read any of those. I had a mood read, which I used Fractured Sky for by Catherine Cowles. Then I had another mood read, which I read Elantris for, and I'm just as surprised as you that I picked this one up in March, honestly. I had the audiobook for it, so that helped. And then for Title Doesn't Contain the Letter P, I read Shattered Sea by Catherine Cowles. So I did not finish 5 of the books. Most of them I was saving actually for Realmathon, so that's what happened there. But I have 5 punishment rolls I need to do, which I did not do while I was filming the board part, because at the point that I was filming that, I still had like a week or so left of March. I wasn't sure what I was going to be finishing and completing for the rest of the month, so I did not do them now. So I filmed another thing. We're going to see the dice rolls, then you're going to see me picking out the prompts. Add a hard prompt and add an easy prompt. Okay. Next, add another hard prompt and add another easy prompt. Okay, now I'm only gonna roll 1 for the 5th and final one, and it's a 3, another hard prompt. Great. Okay, so I had 3 hard prompts and 2 easy prompts, so I'm just gonna draw right in front of you guys right now so that it's easier. So I've got my hard prompt jar here, so I'm just going to pick one out. And it is owned for more than 3 years. I don't like this one. I don't like that. I don't know what I'm going to pick for that. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go for the second hard prompt. Go for this one and hope it's nicer to us. A past TBR book. This can work. I'm not mad about this. I have a perfect book for that one. And then the last hard prompt, please be nice to us. Oh, Jesus. That one wanted to get away. A TBR vet. This one I can also do. Okay, so we're going to be doing my 2 easy prompts that I need to get. So I'm going to dig in here. I really hope these ones work because why do they keep jumping out of my hand? Good grief. Okay. Magical or mythical creature. Can definitely do this since my team is fantasy, so perfect, not worried about it. Okay, next. Ooh, Kindle Unlimited. I can work with that one too. Perfect. Okay, so the only one that's given us problems from these punishment prompts is the own for more than 3 years. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be picking for own for more than 3 years. I have a hunch that maybe From Blood and Ash is older than 3 years, so maybe that one. Past TBR book, From Blood and Ash could count for that one. Hellbent could count. The Scepter could count. Unsold could count. That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon could count. Sword Hard could count. You know, I have a whole bunch of books that could count for this one. And then TBR Vet, I have plenty of books that could count for this one on this list. A magical or mythical creature, any of my fantasy books probably. I do have some creature feature books that I'd like to get to on the side of the Old School April Readathon, so those could potentially count. And then Kindle Unlimited, I have definitely quite a few Kindle Unlimited books on my TBR, so that one shouldn't be hard to fulfill. Okay, moving on to the board now. We're gonna get right into that, and yeah, let's just go. Welcome back to my TBR board. I'm really excited to play this month because we have the Orilium Readathon and Realmathon, and I am completing both this coming month of April. You will be seeing this April 1st. I am filming this on March 22nd, and we're gonna start off like any other time. I'm gonna roll 1 die to give myself a chance to hit the first ones. So let's go. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already starting off with a mood read, I can tell that this is going to be a good TBR. And I hope I didn't just jinx myself. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're starting off with a list. Yay. Please be a good one. Please. SPFBO. Perfect. Fantasy books. So my first roll got me a mood read, which I'm super happy about because I have plenty of books that I'm probably going to need to find spaces to fit on my TBR. Then I ended up on list, and for that I got SPFBO book. Plenty of books on here that I could use for that. Number 2. 3. That was number, no? Was that number 2? Okay, this is number 3. Yeah, anyway. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was so close. Too close for comfort. The challenge pick, we're gonna go with this one. Roll and spot twice. Okay, it could be worse. Next, a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'm sitting behind the camera and I don't want to move it, so that was really awkward. But we have a easy prompt. So I hope it's a good one. Audiobook. This could not have been more perfect. I love listening to audiobooks, so I can definitely do this one. Then I ended up on a challenge spot and got roll and spot twice, so you'll see that later. Next we landed on easy spot, and for that I got audiobook, and I think as I was reading my books on my potentials, I do have a bunch of audiobooks, so a bunch of those could count for that. Next, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask Alexa. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 78.
Here's a number between 1 and 78. It's 52.
Wow, 52 is a list. Okay, you know, I really wanted more books on this TBR, so if this is it, I mean, it's not bad, but whatever. Another list. Check it out. I have a video I want to do for this, and this is actually perfect because I have one that focuses on some fantasy ones, so perfect. So I think this is the first time we've landed on the random number spot. I think. I could be wrong. I just can't remember. But it took us to spot 52, and that was another list prompt. So for that one, we got check it out. This is the prompt I was talking about earlier. I have 2 books for that I really want to read for this. So I'm really excited. I want to do a video on this. So stay tuned for that. Next, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another mood read. Why is the board being so nice? Next, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another easy prompt. Go at the bottom. There's 2. A trope I love. Ooh. Vague and perfect. Then I got another mood read. Not mad about it, honestly. And after that, I ended up on another easy prompt, and for that, I got trope I love. Honestly, I don't know. I love fantasy romance. I know I don't know if that's a trope really, but I like enemies to lovers or grumpy sunshine. I like quest books. I like found family. So any of those kinds of things would definitely fit in with a bunch of the books that I have on my TBR. Next, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A readathon. Wow, that's great. The board is being way too nice. Then, surprisingly, the board was being really nice and gave me Readathon. It's like it knew I had 3 Readathons, and really any book from those could fit on that. Okay, so since I have less than 6 rules here, I'm only going to use 1 die to give myself a chance to hit those. 1, easy prompt. Okay. Fantasy. Oh my gosh. I am so shocked that this could not be going better. Like, wow, this is great. Next was another easy prompt, and for that I got fantasy. Literally, can't get any better than this. Fantasy. Any of the books that I've pretty much named. Okay, I'm gonna roll one again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes! I've been waiting. I really love when I get the TBR trees because I am super excited for a lot of the new releases coming out, and honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to pick. Next, I got a TBR tree, and I'm not sure what I want to do for this one. It's either the writing retreat or I really want to get to, what is it, Untethered Sky? Yeah, Untethered Sky. So I guess one of those ones, maybe both. I might be cheating this month, but yeah. And just as a courtesy roll, 2. Okay, so we also have to roll the end spot twice, so I'm just gonna roll both dies and see what we get. 2. So 2 hard prompts. Well, I guess wasn't that nice to us, was it? Gonna pick this one. Please be a nice one. Book starts with random letter. Okay, that works. Our second one. Let's pick this one. I'm already afraid. Title doesn't contain the letter. Okay, so this one could or could not be hard. It just depends on the letter. So there we go. So I guess we'll see. So we got to the end spot, and of course I had to roll the end spot again. So the first roll I got landed me on a hard prompt, and of course I got book starts with a random letter. So I have a generator right here, and you'll see that it got me the random letter of F. So this is where I run into some hard things because I could have used From Blood and Ash with this one, but if I use it for something else, but then for one of my Check It Out books, it starts with an F. Or I could use Fireborn because all of those books have F in it as the first word. So I have a couple books I could choose from for this one. So I'm not too worried about that one. My next one got me another hard prompt, and that was title contains the letter. So here's the random letter generator. And of course it landed on D, so I have to find a book where the title doesn't contain the letter D. This one wasn't that hard. Honestly, these aren't super hard, but sometimes they could be. Like if there was a vowel I landed on, that would be really hard, I think. But because I landed on title doesn't contain the letter D, I was able to find one. I figured I could do the Beast Hunters for this one at least, maybe. So I have so many on here, okay? Like, this is just really hard to film this TBR because I have so many books I want to get to that literally all of them could fit for multiple different things on here. So I'm not sticking to a straight answer for any of these, for most of them, I guess, because I just don't know. I have so many books on my TBR that I just really don't know. I'd love to get to all of them. I think I have after I counted, I had 60 books on all of the TBRs combined. So yeah, I'm just not sure. So I'm not going to be doing any punishments next month because I don't know. As long as I fulfill all of the prompts that I have gotten from my TBR, I'm just going to count it as a win. So we're just going to have to roll with it. I'm not doing I can switch one out because I have 2 switch outs. Well, I'm not doing that this month. Nope. I'm just going to try my best to fulfill each of the prompts and no punishments next month. And we're going to get into the readathons now. So I don't really have much to say about Realmathon because literally all you do is figure out what points, do you want to attack or do you want to defend your realm, and what points you have. On here I have some things. I tried to do these, but I ended up putting them upside down and I can't really read them, so I had to reprint these out and I put the points down there on what each thing could be. And so I guess when I read a book, I'll just figure out the best option and how many points I'll be getting and go from there. As for the Orilium Spring Equinox Readathon, I feel like, I don't know if mine's spell sword, if that's what my thing is. This one I'm just kind of casually doing. I'm not super into counting all the points for this one. It gets a little confusing, honestly, and I'm just not sure. I don't know. Anyway, I have 4 things that I really need to focus on. So I have animal studies, which is heads and tails. Flip a coin, heads, nonfiction, tails, fiction. So I flipped a random coin flipper thing, and it landed on Tails, so I am going to read a fiction book for this. Honestly, all the books I read are fiction. Very rarely read nonfiction, so super happy about that one. I think I have like 2 or 3 nonfiction books, so if I needed to, I would have tried, but chances were not good on that. So fiction was great. And then Demonology, a type impersonators, a book compared to your favorite. For this one, man, I just don't know. I have the Beast Hunters here because a lot of people say it's kind of like The Witcher and I think Sherlock Holmes, which I love both of those things. Now I've only read one book by in the Sherlock Holmes thing, and that was a long time ago in like 7th or 8th grade. And then I've loved the Witcher series on Netflix, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but I love both of those things, so that book could definitely count for this one. Then I need Spells and Incantations, Spell Magic Missiles. Target length is 389 and 415. For this one, out of all the books on my TBR, of course, there were some that I didn't look up, but out of all of them at the time, the only one that kind of fit into this was Trader Witch. So I'm definitely hoping to count that one as that, unless I find a different book that I'm reading that could also fit that. And then I need to have Restoration, Occult Curses, and it's Close Your Eyes and Shuffle and Point. I have no idea. I could potentially try that with those, and when I get to that one, read it, but that would be cheating. So I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this one. I might just do, in one of my vlogs, I might just have this one and go for that and use that in one of my vlogs. So I guess keep your eye out for that one, but I only really need to fulfill 4 things, but I have kind of worked on this, and I have all the classes here, and I guess when I read a book for one that could fit into it, I'll just put the pictures there and count it as that. And yeah, so that's all I really have to say about those 2 readathons. Like I said, once again, go check out my Old School April readathon TBR and see what I am also hoping to try and read for that readathon that takes place in the whole month of April, the same as these other 2. I'm just really excited and pumped for this month. There are so many good readathons happening, and I have so many reading plans, and I just really want to read all the books, and I'm just super excited. So this month I'm hoping I'm going to read tons of books, and I think it's going to be a good month. So like this video if you liked it, comment down below letting me know if you're participating in any of these readathons, and subscribe if you want to. I would greatly appreciate it. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye!